Hello and welcome to the Tottenham America channel. Today we will be giving you our instant reactions to Argentina's win against Netherlands in the quarterfinal of this FIFA World Cup to send them through to the semifinals, and the hope for the Argentine king Lionel Messi to win his first World Cup and complete that big burden that he has yet to complete. But Argentina did win it 2-2, and then it did go into penalty shootout where they won 4-3. Starting off with the timeline on the match, in the 35th minute, when Molina opened the scoring for Argentina, Messi darted through midfield and then threaded the needle and pulled a precise pass through the middle to Molina, who finishes it into the back of the net, and Argentina have a much-deserved lead early in the match. The second goal for Argentina came in the 73rd minute when Acuna was on the edge of the box and he was brought down just inside the penalty area, and Argentina were awarded a penalty. Lionel Messi stepped up and took it and dispatched it with calmness perfectly into the top right corner of the net with a hop, skip, and a jump, really composed from Messi, and he shows his experience. 83 minutes in, hold on a second, Wout Weghorst, the substitute for Netherlands, scores as Berghuis curls in a beautiful cross for Weghorst to get on the end of, and he scores. Weghorst does get his first goal despite not even playing a single minute in the match in the FIFA World Cup before this game. Then in the 90-plus 11th minute, so the 101st minute in regulation time, Koopmeiners has a free kick. Everyone's expecting him to go for goal. It's in a beautiful spot for him where he can curl it in past Emiliano Martinez. But with the training ground move, he rolls the ball across the front of the goal, or not across the front of the goal, but to Wout Weghorst, who is right in front of the goal. He rolls it straight forward to him, and Weghorst finishes it, and it completely surprises the Argentine defense. And literally in the last minute of the game, it was a miracle for Netherlands, but much deserved in those last over 10 minutes of the match, from like the 80th, from when they got their first goal of the night and on. They were pushing for that goal, and Wout Weghorst, definitely, I think, Netherlands' best player on the field, made such a big impact when he came on. Had so much confidence, and of course, got both of the goals for Netherlands. Extra time came and went. No goals were scored, although in the last minute, in the 120 plus 1, Enzo Fernandez was on the edge of the box. He took a shot with his right foot, and it bolted off of the bottom left post, and Argentina came so close to getting into the semifinals, but then it did go into a penalty shootout. Netherlands took the first one. It was Van Dijk who stepped up to take the penalty, but Emiliano Martinez, Argentina's hero in their Copa America semifinal against Colombia, saved his penalty. He dived to his right side, and it was a brilliant way for Argentina to open the scoring. Then in Argentina's first penalty, Lionel Messi stepped up and coolly sent Noppert the wrong way and scored and put Argentina in a great spot in this penalty shootout. Yet again, Netherlands' next penalty, taken by Steven Berghuis, was saved by Emiliano Martinez. He really is Argentina's priceless gem when it comes to penalty shootouts. The next penalty then for Argentina was Leonardo Paredes, who stepped up to take the penalty, and he dispatched it beautifully into the top left corner. A brilliant penalty with power from him. The next penalty was from Koopmeiners, and Koopmeiners gets Netherlands off and running in this penalty shootout. Finally scores their first goal in their third penalty of the night with a cool finish, and they close their deficit to only one goal in the penalty shootout. Then Gonzalo Montiel takes Argentina's next penalty. He steps up and sends Noppert the wrong way and gives Argentina a 3-1 lead in the shootout. Both teams taken 3 penalties. The next penalty was Wout Weghorst, who stepped up to take it. Wout Weghorst sent Martinez the wrong way and coolly slid it into the net to give Netherlands some hope. Then Enzo Fernandez, who came up, the 21-year-old, if he scored, Argentina would be through to the semifinals. A cheeky run-up from him, and he put the ball wide. He put the ball wide on the left side. You could see what he was trying to do. But he got a little bit cheeky there and completely missed the goal. So, again, he's 21 years old, still inexperienced, but Argentina blundered a huge chance earlier in the shootout to send them through to the semifinals. Luke de Jong was the next person who stepped up to take a penalty for Netherlands, and he scored. And the Orange were level with Argentina in the shootout. It was 3-3. Lautaro Martinez stepped up to take what could be and what was Argentina's winning penalty of the night, and he calmly slid it into the net, and Argentina burst out into celebrations, and they are through to the semifinals. So, brilliant stuff from Argentina today. Early in the match, and especially at the end of the match, Netherlands were dominating. Early in the match, and in the later moments in the match, Netherlands were dominating. Middle of the match, that big chunk in the middle, Argentina were dominating a lot. It was Netherlands who dominated possession with 52% to Argentina's 48%. Argentina definitely the better team in attack, but Netherlands two shot on goals were their 2 goals. That's a very Dutch way to do it. Netherlands are known for sitting back, defending, breaking on the counter, and keeping a strong defense and taking their chances, not blundering their chances, and they become very efficient with their style of play and clinical. But Argentina were the ones that ended up on top. I feel like later in the stage, Luke de Jong, Wout Weghorst, and and I believe it was Berghuis were up there for Netherlands. But without the pace of Bergwijn, Depay, and Cody Gakpo, who were all subbed out, they could have scored in extra time. They had some opportunities on the counter. If they had some more pacier players there, they definitely could have done some damage in extra time and possibly won the game in extra time. So it was a big chance for Netherlands in the extra time when they were on the break, and they could have gotten goals off of that. And if it wasn't for that the fact that they brought off Gakpo, Bergwijn, and Depay, their whole front three, then they could have done something. Because instead they have Berghuis on, they had Luke de Jong on, and they had Wout Weghorst on. I mean, don't get me wrong, Wout Weghorst had a brilliant performance, especially at the end of regulation time when he got the late brace to push Argentina into extra time. But their attack was not as efficient with that front three opposed to the other front three they started for. As for Argentina, their whole midfield and wingbacks were brilliant today, as well as their defenders. Otamendi and Martinez were a little shaky, but Romero I felt was great today. And same thing, Emiliano Martinez didn't really have much to do. He only faced 2 shots on target, and he conceded both of them, but only 2 shots on target. Only 2 saves he could have made. But they were both finished brilliantly. The first header he could not have gotten to, but the second goal was a complete surprise. I don't think he could have done anything about that either. But he did prove to be Argentina's hero in the shootout. He saved 2 of Netherlands' penalties. So decent performance by the Argentine backline. A good performance by Emiliano Martinez. And then in midfield, Enzo Fernandez, Alexis McAllister were all great. DePaul, slightly on a lower level than McAllister and Enzo Fernandez, but still was decent. Molina and Acuna on the wings, though, were very good today. Very, very good. Argentina started with a front 2 of Messi and Alvarez. Alvarez not being as involved in the game. I think he was asleep for a good portion of the match, but Messi was just brilliant today. Brilliant. good, brilliantly composed in the penalty. Great assist for Molina. Goal to open the scoring for Argentina, and great leadership throughout the game. Almost every attack from Argentina flowed through MESSI today. But for Netherlands, other than their front line, which was decent, I would say, I think Bergwijn was a little quiet. Depay was okay. Gakpo was decent. Midfield and Dumfries were not really clicking well for them, but their defense held strong. Noppert was great today. Timber, Van Dijk, and Ake were also pretty good today. So both defenses held pretty strong. Netherlands probably had the better of the defenses. But that is it for our instant reactions on Argentina's win against the Netherlands to send them through to the semifinals of the FIFA World Cup. Make sure you subscribe, like the video, comment down your thoughts on this game, and until next time, come on you Spurs!